Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know me, I'm Tony, and in this video we're going to attempt to turn this boring filament dryer into an epic Cyberpunk City. And it's going to be the most technically challenging project that I've ever done. So I'm going to be attempting some basic electronics. I don't think I've soldered anything since I was in school. That was a long time ago. I'm going to be using a 3D printer for the first time. Oh yes, and we've got less than a week to do it. But hopefully, if all goes to plan, it's going to be amazing. So we've got 7 days from start to finish, and I've never done this before. So you're probably wondering how I got myself into this. Well, let me tell you how this started. So I was in my little secret office, hiding away, doing some editing when
Babe,
Frazer came and asked me.
do you fancy a challenge while I'm away?
He's off to Melbourne with work for a week. Naturally, with my long list of boring tasks that I didn't really want to do and not enough hours in the day, I said, yeah.
Could you make this filament dryer actually look good? You know, anything you want with it, but I need it back by the end of the week. Please.
So that's where we're at, and the clock is already ticking. So now he's on his way, we can start the fun stuff. So if you're wondering what a filament dryer is, this is it. And basically, it's just a dehumidifier for your 3D printer filament, because moisture or humidity creates havoc in your 3D prints. But Frazer's right, it's pretty boring looking. So the challenge is we've got to make this look super cool, but it's still got to be fully functional. And because it's a dehumidifier, we've got to make sure we don't break any of the seals on the box. So let me tell you a bit about Frazer. He is a maker. So whatever we do with this, it's got to be of a good quality, because otherwise he'll be disappointed. He's also into his gaming and he loves tech. He's a massive tech nerd. So whatever we make has got to be fitting with his personality. So he said we can do anything we want, but he has asked that the white bit gets covered up and he wants to bring some colour into his space in the garage. But other than that, we're free to go wild. So I'm actually super excited because I've got the perfect idea of what to do with this, and that is a Cyberpunk City. But for this to be Frazer level epic, I'm going to have to push my knowledge and skills to the absolute limit, because this is going to need to have working neon lights, we're going to need to use all the proper materials, and we're probably even going to need to 3D print some parts. This is really exciting. So I've got a pretty good idea of how I want this to look, but I think we need to do a bit of research, try and get some reference images and see what key elements we need to make this the most epic Cyberpunk City ever. So I spent a couple of hours online researching. There's an absolute ton of reference material that we can use to help us design our Cyberpunk City. But what is Cyberpunk? Well, from what I've learned, the whole Cyberpunk aesthetic is an equal mix of futuristic and derelict. It includes bright neon lights and colourful advertisements, high-tech gadgets and futuristic technology. But it has this dark and moody atmosphere. And to achieve that, there's some key elements that we need to include. And they are neon lights, at least one dark alley, colourful billboards, high-tech gadgets, and some rundown areas. So with that in mind, we need supplies. These little jar things, how cool would that be if we could get some fluorescent things wrapped around it and put a light in it or something? So the idea is that we're gonna surround this box with our Cyberpunk City. Now, you've seen the supplies I've got. I've kind of picked them up without much of a plan. Not that that's like me or anything, but... So we might not use all of these things, but I'm sure we'll be able to utilise some of them. Because this is quite small, I think what we're going to do is extend the base a little bit and actually build the buildings outwards. because I really want to get that sense of depth when I do the alleyways, stairways, buildings, shop fronts, and still get the effect of the high-rise buildings and things like that. So all we've got to bear in mind, we want to try and cover up all this white. We still need to be able to get to these catches, and we still need to be able to open fully. I'm going to work on one section at a time, hope for the best, and we'll go from there. Let's do it! So although the day started well, winging it and hoping for the best isn't the greatest idea, because although I had a long list of goals for day one, by the end of it I was feeling pretty defeated, having only done the base. Okay guys, I'm back, I'm fresh-faced and I'm ready to have another go. So far, this project is an absolute bloody nightmare. I've got no idea what I'm doing. I thought this blue foam was going to be easy to use, but what I've bought is so thick, it's really difficult to cut it down. But I need something as like the back base for the wall, and I don't really know how to do it because I'm struggling with this foam so much. I've got a bunch of old art pads. But I was thinking this card that's on the back, it's pretty sturdy, and I think I could build it up to be a back base so that then we can make bricks and stuff out of that. I think that might be where we start today, because trying to get that foam thin is virtually impossible. Let's do this. So using this card was a brilliant idea. It's much easier and I'm starting to make some progress. So first up, we're working on the front of the city, and this is going to be a kind of bus stoppy type area. So I wanted it to be open so you can still see the screen and press the buttons that are on the dryer. This was the moment I realised the proper white modelling foam was amazing and the grey had to go. But now we're cooking on gas. So now I've redone the base, I've put the bus stop in place, I've put a template around the outside of the dryer, and I've just redone the sidewalk. So now we're going to start on some of our actual buildings. And I'm starting with the donut shop. So last night I went on a bit of a 3D printing mission, and I've got a shout out to Thingiverse because I found loads of stuff on there to print out, and I've got to admit I went on a bit of a tangent and I was printing stuff till like 3 AM. I found these super cute donuts that we're going to use in our donut shop. Like literally how cute is that? It's going to be amazing. I think everyone will know that it's a donut shop called Neon Glaze. Sounds a bit French. The old glazed retro donuts. I mean, come on now. Oh my god! And the mystique and fun does not stop here because, oh my god. Green, red, what's this, probably white? I'm literally like a child in a sweet shop. These are so good. These are wicked. Oh my god, guys, these are amazing. Right, okay, now I'm ready to go. This was actually just the boost I needed. Geez, that's going to be so good. So we're definitely going to want a light inside, which I think should be pink. What we want to do as well is cut off this white. And then is that on a tape as well? How excellent. Right, so we can cut down here because we don't need this. Right, once we've cut this off, we'll double check that we're still working. Yes. This is going to be even better than I'd ever imagined. Right, let's just check it's still working before. This is so good. Oh my god, this is going to be so good. You know when you think something up and you're like, oh, I'm going to do that, it's going to be wicked, but inside you're a bit like, oh, but it might not look very good because I haven't done it before. Don't ever put yourself off like that, because look, we are making a donut shop right now. It's burning my hand, but I don't care because it's going to be so worth it. My very own donut shop. I've always wanted a donut. I haven't. I mean, I wouldn't say no to having my own donut shop, but just might need to just stick this with a bit of strength to the inside there. And I hope that doesn't like make it not work. We should just check. Oh, yeah, it still works. Now that is satisfying, guys. That is satisfying. I mean, guys, this is so freaking cute. So today I'm going to start by getting all the remaining buildings made and hopefully the billboards and signs. I'm working from home because I also need to do some 3D printing, which reminds me, let's check the prints I set going last night. We're just going to stick to card for now. I am obsessed with these LEDs. We've got to light this up. So I've been back and forth between home and the studio to try and get this project finished. There are modelling materials absolutely everywhere, and when I think about what's left to do, I just don't know how I'm going to get it finished in time.
Quit your jibber jabber. You ain't hurt. You pathetic.
So the base coat is on. It's looking a little bit rough around the edges, but I think that's okay. I think once we get the details done, I think it will look like it's meant to be like that, rather than I'm just really bad at painting. We've not got a lot of time, so we need to get it done, get it back to the house, set it up, and hopefully he'll like it.
That always stays, dinner by the waterway. It's that sweet life. Raise your cross. Made some dude crack a smile. He asked if I could stay a while. I'm living that high life. Time to catch a flight, but you can make me go. Unlocking all the memories of my new home. Ventilated echoes playing to and fro, back and forth, yeah. Caught some kids dancing in the alleyway. Crazy how the melodies began to play, yeah. Tell me how you feel it when you hear the lyrics.
Right, I think it's time to take it home and finish it up.
Now I never wanna go home. I left my heart in.
So it's finally time to show Fraser and do the big reveal.
What have you done? Oh.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, very.
Open your eyes.
No fucking way, Tony. What? Can I move it?
Yeah.
I am speechless. How have you done all of this in a week?
It's
This
been a
is why you
trial.
kept asking for all the soldering stuff.
Yes.
Look at it. Where even is it? Where have you put the thing?
It's inside and it still works.
I want to touch it more, but I can see it's plugged in. That is awesome. Look at all the detail. This is wicked. These are cool. Look at the little soda cans. Wow, this is epic. Can I get in it though?
Yeah.
How? You have to show
Well, I will show you properly, but the top comes off so that you can open up, but we've left gaps so that you can get in for the hooks and so that you can open it, but the top comes off so you can open it fully to get your filament in and stuff. And then
Oh, there's a little sewer.
yeah, but have you seen who's in there?
That looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Is it Turtles in the sewer? Is that one open?
Is that your favourite one though? He's reading a book.
That would be Donatello if he's reading the book. That's correct. That's cool. Look at these fucking donuts. I didn't even see them. This is like a whole other side here. Sure, I broke it.
Oh, he's just resting on the Lazy Susan.
Wow. We have a shop called that.
Yeah, that's where I got the inspo from.
This is cool.
That's where you want to get your tattoo, isn't it?
This is ridiculous. There's so much detail on it. Thanks, babe. That is
Bit
really
of
good.
light into your den.
The colours are awesome. I'm like lost for words. You know me.
Success!